Hello, Interior Sports fans. Joe Cook here with your Midnight Sun weekend recap, if you will. We start with the Doyon Limited Yukon 800 Marathon. This year's race exemplified what is dubbed the toughest riverboat race in the world. 14 riverboat crews set out from Pikes Landing on Saturday, and only 2 made it back to Pikes on Sunday afternoon. The first boat in was Tom Kriska and the BB Bones Express. They came in second last year, but won it all this year as he was greeted with cheers and hugs from fans and loved ones. Clinton Huntington and River's Edge, they were the second crew to make it back to Pikes, despite flipping over 3 times. The battle was just making it back to Fairbanks. Numerous boats scratched that couldn't finish because of mechanical problems and dealing with rough conditions early on. There were reported 4-foot waves heading into Galena. Kriska was happy to win this race despite not having his wife Sherry as a part of his crew. She came down with an illness right before the race. Subbing in was rookie Leslie Jones from Kyakook, who was the engineer for BB Bones Express in this year's unforgiving race.
Really happy for my late friends, his daughter, that's Vernon Jones, his daughter, and her first Yukon 800, and we won it.
This being my first race, it was very smooth the whole way. It didn't rain that much, and the only patchy part was right before Galena, and it was all rocky water. It was a bunch of whitecaps. It was very dangerous, and the second boat behind us flipped over, so anything can happen at any moment. You can't really tell with nature. It changes really fast.
All these tries we've been trying, we just never gave up, and paid off today, you know.
The Alaska Gold Panthers were hosting the visiting Lake Erie Monarchs in Saturday night's 109th Midnight Sun baseball game and the series finale on Sunday. Let's see how the Panthers did. Hundreds of baseball fans braved some early rain, but it cleared up right before the first pitch of the 109th Midnight Sun baseball game, and it was a game. The Gold Panthers were down 6-3 in the bottom of the 5th to the Lake Erie Monarchs, but Alaska broke out the rally sticks and got 5 runs in the bottom of the frame. Cody Nolf hit the go-ahead RBI for the Panthers, who didn't look back, winning 13-6. They haven't lost the Midnight Sun spectacle since 2007. Here's Nolf on his first Midnight Sun game experience.
One of their players got to second base, and we started talking about it actually, and we're just kind of like, wow, it's kind of a great thing to be a part of, and you know, kind of that tradition out here.
It was the best game of the year for us. We played offense, we played defense. We rode the wave of them tonight. They got up on us early, but we came back and we're throwing jabs back and getting runs back, and that's our deal. Is just continue to stay in the game, continue to win innings, winning pitches, and they put it all together tonight. They hit the ball all over the park. They played good catch out on the field, and our pitchers did the job.
Then on Sunday, the Panthers were looking for the 3-game sweep. The Monarchs were a stubborn bunch. Seth Johnson's 2-run shot gave Lake Erie a 5-4 lead in the 5th, but Alaska came back once again, outscoring the Monarchs 3-1 in the 6th and 7th innings. Scott Hurst led the Panthers with a 2-for-3 2 RBI performance, and Alaska holds on for a 7-6 win and sweep the Monarchs 3-0 in the Midnight Sun baseball series. And Saturday night, during our live coverage of the 32nd Midnight Sun run that took place despite no sun. It was a bit cloudy and a little damp out, but that didn't stop almost 3,800 people running, walking, or just having plain fun in their costumes on the 10K course. Started at the UAF Patty Center and ended right in Pioneer Park. Chris Eversman of Fairbanks won his first Midnight Sun run, finishing in 34 minutes 21 seconds. Kyle Hansen was second in 34:36, and Devin McDowell was third in 35:07. If those names sound familiar, it's because 9 of the top 10 finishers are from the interior. Esther's Eric Hoffler was 4th. Thomas Giridot from West Point, New York was 10th overall and the first runner to finish from the lower 48. And Katie Kralik from Anchorage wins back-to-back Midnight Sun runs women's title. She came in 18th overall with a 38:04 time, besting her winning time of 39:14 last year. She was also the first person to finish this race with a costume. And for full results, visit the sports page on Webster11.com. Here's Eversman on finishing the course.
It wasn't the fastest run I've ever had, but tactically it was probably one of the hardest. Coming from behind about halfway through, I finally took the lead and then just kind of gutted it out to the end and had everybody in Riverview over here supporting me on the way in. So it was a tough race, but it was fun.
And that'll do it for sports tonight. Mike Schultz is next with your full weather forecast, and we'll catch you next time.